The Chinese represent a proud and ancient civilization um, which is too proud to bend its knee before an oppressor who wants to rule the world.
Mm-hmm.
You can do business with the Chinese, yes, but you cannot force them to bend their knee before you. An arrogant, a warmongering United States of America has now seems to be driven to madness by the touch of Satan,
Mm-hmm.
taking their stupid attempts to rule the world over Venezuela. But they don't understand. They will never understand because they're devoid of knowledge now. The rest of Europe are laughing at them. You cannot bring regime change to Venezuela unless you can kill 1 million Venezuelans. When will you understand that?
Yeah.
Will South America accept killing 1 million South Americans? When will the United States understand it? They have lost the capacity to think.
That's
but
right.
The Chinese have not lost the capacity to think. And the Chinese are moving forward with political, military, economic, monetary initiatives which are intelligent and sensible. While from Washington, all you're getting is stupidity. Right? China has a role to play in history.
Absolutely.
China by itself cannot stand up militarily to the West. No. So obviously, from the time the Soviet Union collapsed and Russia re-emerged with its authentic spiritual heart,
yes,
and the Russian Orthodox Christian faith will never bend its knee to Western Christianity. The Orthodox Christian says we prefer the turban of the Sultan to the hat of the cardinal.
Yep.
When Constantinople was about to fall, that's what they said. We prefer the turban of the Sultan to the cardinal's hat, meaning we prefer to be slaves of Muslims, but we'll not join with you and give up our Orthodox Christian faith.
Mm-hmm.
So when China saw that returning to Russia, you can trust this Russia now, that this Russia will not betray you,
mm-hmm.
that this Russia will remain firmly resisting the oppressors of the world. The Chinese recognize that they could trust this Russia, because this Russia is sincere in its heart. It's Orthodox Christian, it's not the Soviet Union.
Yes.
And so one of the amazing phenomena of modern contemporary international relations is the establishment of this amazing alliance between China and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
It is an unbreakable alliance now.
Yeah.
And this must drive terror in the hearts of the oppressor.
For students of political history, that's very important, because during the communist period, Chinese communism and Soviet communism were opposed, and you saw this in Southeast Asia with Laos and Cambodia and Vietnam and Korea, that you had these rivalries between Chinese communism and Soviet communism. Whereas Mao Zedong was a more kind of third world communist, and the Russians were a different type of imperialist type of thing. So and people in the West, when you look at CNN or something, they're talking about it's despotic countries coming together, and they still think of Russia as being communist. What you're describing here is a very, very different thing. And the basis is entirely different.
Not only is Russia not communist, but I think it's archaic to say that China is communist. China is no longer communist. China is essentially nationalist.
Yes.
And that's why the Chinese will not bend their knee.